Hello friends, welcome to the channel. So in this lecture we are going to have a look on the what is series RL circuit and what is series RC circuit. Okay, so what is the characteristic of series RL and series RC with a numerical example we'll see here. So let's start. So this is my series RL and series RC circuit. So let's see what is this. So series RL circuit, I have shown you here one circuit which contains one element as resistor, one element as inductance, and these two are connected in series connected with the AC supply. The equation for that is V equals to Vm sin omega t. Okay. Now what about this? That because of this supply we are getting some current, and because this is alternating in nature, the current will also be alternating in nature. Okay, and here because current is flowing through this circuit, we will have some voltage drop across the resistor, so suppose that is VR, voltage drop across the inductance, suppose that is VL. Okay, so this is about the circuit. Now what here? Here we have the inductance term L. So when we will go for the solution, we have to use the inductive reactance term. So what is XL? That is omega L. Okay, so what will be the total impedance of this circuit? So in this circuit I have two elements, that is resistance and inductance. Okay, so in the impedance equation I have two equations, two terms, that is resistance and inductance. Now as we have seen that XL term is related with the plus J operator. Okay, so we have added this plus J operator, that is Z equals to R plus JXL. So that is the total impedance of this AC circuit. Okay, now what will be the voltage? The supply voltage. The supply voltage will be taken as the combination of these two, because resistor and inductors are connected in series. So we will have VR plus VL. Okay, we will have the summation of these two equations. But we know that we have the combination of resistance and inductance. So we cannot simply add it. So we have to use the J term. So where the J term will come? Because of the inductance plus J term will come with the VL term. Okay, so what is the total voltage? That is the supply voltage you can take. That is equals to VR plus JVL. Okay, so if I will write peak value here, so this will be the peak value for resistor, peak value for inductor. If I will write RMS value here, this will be the RMS value for resistor, RMS value for inductor. Okay, just keep that in mind. So what is VR here? That is I into R. What is VL? That is I into XL. Again, if this is the peak value, that means current should also be as the peak value. If it is RMS value, it should also be the RMS value. Okay, whatever is there at both the side, their value should be same, either peak or RMS and RMS. Right? So this is VR and VL. Now what about the current calculation? What is current here? See, current is I equals to V by Z. We know this equation, I is equals to V by Z. Okay. So if V is RMS value, we will get the current value for RMS. If V is the peak value, we will get the current value for peak current. Okay. Now we can have the calculation for power factor. Cos phi is what? That gives the value for power factor. Okay. So how can we get the value of power factor? That is R by Z. What is Z? That is R plus JXL. So we have to take the magnitude here. So that's why Z is replaced with the square root of R square plus XM square. Okay. So this value will give you the power factor for this circuit. So here the V equals to Vm sin omega t is what? That represents the instantaneous equation of the supply voltage. So with the help of this instantaneous equation, I will have the equation for current flowing through the circuit. So what will be the current? I will be taken as Im, right, sin omega t. Now what will be the complete equation? Because we have seen one lecture, that is AC through pure R, pure L and pure C. So there we have seen what will the behavior of pure inductance when it is connected with the AC supply. Okay, so just remember, there we have seen that if supply voltage we are taking at the reference with the equation of Vm sin omega t. So what is the nature of the current flowing through that? The current will lag the voltage by 90 degree. Right? In the equation we have written it like this, that is Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. Right? This was the equation for pure L circuit. So here we don't have pure L circuit because series RL connection is there. Okay, RL is connected with R. So because of the L connection, that is inductance, we will have the lagging nature. That current will lag the voltage. That lagging nature will be there, but that will not be exactly to the 90 degree. Okay, that will not be exactly to the 90 degree. Whatever will be the angle that is represented with the angle phi. You can represent it with theta, alpha, whatever is there. Okay, so the equation for current in series RL circuit will be in this format, that is I am sin omega t minus phi, where phi represents the lagging nature of the current to the voltage. Okay, so what will be the phasor diagram according to these two equations? Let's see. So here we can have the phasor diagram for these two equations. So see here, voltage is in reference starting with 0 degree. Okay, so I have taken the voltage in reference. What is current? Because of minus phi term, minus phi means it will lag the voltage. Okay, so this is suppose my current. And now what is this angle? This angle is nothing but phi. So current is lagging the voltage by some angle of phi. Right. Now what will be the value of this phi? That will depend on the value of R and L. Whatever is the value of R and L, according to that you will get the value of phi. Okay. When we go for the numerical solution, we will see how to get the value of phi. Right. Now this is the phasor diagram for series RL circuit. Now let's see what will be the power curve for this series RL combination. So this is the curve I have represented here, the voltage curve. Okay, starting with 0 degree because we have taken it in reference, so it is starting with 0 degree. This is my voltage curve, and after that current curve is starting with phi angle. Okay, so it is the value phi, and with phi angle it is going to start. So here you can see voltage is starting first and it is going to complete first, and after that current is going to start and it is completed after that. That means current is lagging, current is behind the voltage. Okay, that is called the lagging nature. Right? So what should be the value to start? You can check by this equation. It is omega t minus phi. Right? This is omega t minus phi. So just equate it with 0. What value you are getting for omega t? That is equals to plus phi. So with the plus phi angle, you have to start your waveform. Okay, so this is the voltage and current waveform. So what will be the power curve here? So for that, I am just extending this. It will be like this. Okay, and now I am just sectionalizing here for my convenience as we have done in the pure R, pure L and pure C circuit also. Okay, so I have taken different sections. Now we will go for the power curve draw. How to draw that? In the similar manner as we have done for the pure L circuit. Okay, we will go for just multiplying the power voltage curve with current. So here you can see positive value of voltage, negative value of current. Okay, that means the power will be of negative value. So this will be like this somewhat in negative side. Here in second section I have voltage and current both in positive term. So this will be like this. There will be some value of positive value. And in the third section I have current with positive value, negative value of voltage. So this will be like this and so on. Negative value of voltage current. Then this value. Okay. So here this blue line shows the power curve. Right? This is the power curve here. Okay, so here we can see that the negative alternation is not equal to the positive alternation. The area covered under the negative alternation is not equal to the positive alternation. Okay, that means the net amount of power, that means the average power, will be some value because in inductance, pure inductance term, we have seen the negative half portion is cancelled out in the positive half portion. That's why the average power was 0, but it is not like this here. Okay, negative portion is less and positive portion is high. That means you will get some amount of average power. Okay, average power means what? That is the active power. Right? So what will be the values of power and how to calculate that? Let's see now. Okay, so this is the equations for power, how to calculate the power for series RL circuit. We have three types of power, that is apparent power, active power and reactive power. So the formula for apparent power is what? That is simply V into I. Okay, you have to take the RMS values for V into I. Okay, and then active power. So that is the formula for active power, that is VI cos phi. Again, V and I both represents the RMS quantity. Okay, just keep remember that. And then reactive power, the formula for that is VI sin phi. Again, RMS values of voltage and current. Okay, so with the help of these formulas, you can get the value of apparent power, active power and reactive power for series RL circuit. So this is about the series RL combination. Now same analysis we have to do for series RC circuit. Okay, here also see in the circuit I have the combination of resistance and capacitance connected in series. Okay, and getting supplied with the AC, that is V equals to Vm sin omega t, is the instantaneous equation for the supply voltage. Okay, and because of this alternating supply, we are getting some alternating current in the circuit, right? And because of the current, we are getting some drop across the resistor, that is VR, some drop across the capacitor, that is VC. Okay, so this is about the circuit. Now, what will be the mathematical expressions? Same expression you can see the capacitive reactance, because of the capacitance, we'll have as 1 by omega c. What is the impedance? That is R minus jXc. Okay, because of the capacitance, we are getting the minus G operator here. Okay, and what will the summation of voltage here? So because of the inductance, again minus J term will come because with the VC term. So VR minus JVC is the voltage, right? Where VR is what? I into R, VC is what? I into XC. Again, the same value, if you are using RMS, you will get the RMS voltage. If you are using peak current, you will get the peak voltage. Okay. So what is the current? How we can get the current? That is V by Z. Okay. What is power factor? Again the same, that is R by Z. We have to take the magnitude of impedance Z. So that is R square plus XC square. Okay. So what is the difference here? That will be in the equation formation. That is the instantaneous equation for current. So what will be this? See here, supply voltage is same. That is Vm sin omega t. We have taken the same supply for all types of circuit. Okay, so V is Vm sin omega t. Now what will be the equation for current? So for that we should have the concept of pure capacitive circuit. You have seen that AC through pure capacitive lecture, that capacitance has the nature that it lead the voltage, current will lead the voltage by exactly 90 degree if it is a pure capacitance. Okay, pure capacitance means what? That the only the capacitance connected across the supply. There is no another element. Okay, only the inductance is connected across the supply. There is no another element. But here we have the resistance part. That means it is not a pure capacitance or pure inductance circuit. We have the combination of RL and RC. Right? So because of this combination, there will be some difference with the previous lecture that we have seen for pure capacitance. So in pure capacitance, we have seen that if we are taking the voltage in reference part, so current leads the voltage by exactly 90 degree. We have seen here this. Okay, so what will happen here because of the resistance part? So what will happen? Again, because of the capacitance influence, current will be in leading nature only. Current will lead the voltage, but now not with the exact 90 degree. Okay, there will be some angle, and suppose that some angle is phi again. So what will the equation here is? I am sin omega t. Now phi, so plus phi. Okay, plus phi represents the leading nature here. Okay, if for inductance, what we had? I equals to I am sin omega t minus phi. So this minus phi represents the lagging nature. That means there is the effect of inductance, and plus phi represents the leading nature. That means there is the capacitance in the circuit. Okay, so this is the current equation. Now what will be the phasor diagram here? Phasor diagram if you draw, so we have to take the voltage in reference. This is my voltage in reference at 0 degree. And what about the current? We have seen that current is leading the voltage. That means current will come at this side. Okay, this is the phi number. The phase angle difference is how much? That is phi. Right? And if we see what is the waveform for this, so let's see. So this is my voltage and current waveform. Here you can see the voltage is started with 0 degree because it has been taken in the reference. Okay, peak value represents the Vm. What about the current? We have seen current has omega t plus phi phase difference. And current is leading the voltage. That means current will start first, and after that voltage. And the phase difference will be of phi. Okay. You can check also here that omega t plus phi equals to 0 means omega t is getting started with minus phi. minus 5 is before 0. Okay, so at this value the current waveform will start and it will stop here. The one cycle will complete like this. So what will be the power curve? So for power curve I am just extending this waveform. Okay, so again with the same nature we can have the power curve. For first section the power will be negative side. For second power is positive side. Again negative, positive, negative, like this. It will go like this. Okay, so this is represents, blue line represents the power curve. So in the similar manner, how we did here, we can have the equations for apparent power, active power, and reactive power. The equations will be same. What will be here? Let's see. So these are the power equations. You can see the power equations are same. We have taken for that also. So apparent power can be calculated as S equals to V into I. That will have the RMS values. Active power P equals to VI cos phi. Reactive power Q equals to VI sin phi. The equations will be same, but the value will be different because of the L and C. And what will be the difference we will see in the numerical part. Okay, so this is about the series RL and series RC circuit. So in this manner you have to go what will be the phasor diagram, how the current leads, how the current lags, that we have seen. If there is a lagging nature of current, that means there is the inductance in the circuit. If there is leading nature of current, that means there is a capacitance in the circuit. Okay, similarly we can say in the opposite form also, if there is the inductance in the circuit, that means current will lag the voltage. If there is capacitance in the circuit, that means current will lead the voltage. Okay, we have to remember this. Now we will go for the numerical portion and let's see how to solve with the numerical. So this is my question. The question is a 60 Hz sinusoidal voltage V equals to 141 sin omega t, supply voltage has been given, is applied to a series RL circuit. Okay, so we have a series RL circuit. The values of R is 3 ohms and L is 0.0106 Henry. Right? So after that we have to compute these all values. So let's first draw a circuit which will represent this combination. So as the question says that we have a combination of series R and L. Okay, so I am just drawing the circuit here. So this will be my circuit where R and L values are given and connected in series. Supply voltage is 141 sin omega t. Okay, so we have to compute these various values. What is this? IRMS, current flowing through the circuit, RMS value of that with phase angle. Then instantaneous equation for current. For this current only we have to find the instantaneous equation. Then RMS value of voltage with its phase angle. Then voltage across the resistor, voltage across the inductor, and then average power of the circuit and power factor of the circuit. Okay, this all we have to calculate. So let's start with the solution. So first of all, I'll take the supply voltage equation what is given here. So this is the equation I got, instantaneous equation for the supply voltage. Okay, where sin omega t represents that voltage is in the reference line. It is starting with 0 degree. Okay, what this value 141 represents? Yes, that is the peak value. Okay, so we got the information that Vm is 141 volts. That is the peak value of the supply voltage, and phase angle for this voltage waveform is 0 degree. So I am just representing here that 141 is the peak value and starting with 0 degree angle. Okay, so this is the peak value. Now what will be the RMS value? How we can get the RMS value here? VRMS can be taken as, the formula is Vm by root 2. Okay. So this is the RMS value voltage we are getting, Vm by root 2. Okay, so 99.702. Again, the phase angle will be same. Okay, this is the value for RMS voltage. Right? So first bit is what? We have to get the value of IRMS with its phase angle. So for that phase angle, we should know what is the total impedance of this circuit. So let's check what is the total impedance. So that is what? R plus JXL, because we have the RL circuit, so plus JXL term will come. Now what is XL? That is omega L. Okay, so here the supply frequency is given as 60 Hz. Okay, 2 pi into 60 into what is the inductance value? that is 0.0106. So just calculate these values, you'll get. So XL we are getting as 4 ohms. Okay, approximately 4 ohms. So what will be Z now? That is R plus JXL. So R is 3 ohms. 3 plus J4. This is what my impedance value. So we got this value in rectangular form. So just convert this into the polar form. You will get the value of. So this is the polar form value we are getting for impedance. So now we can start with the first bit solution. That is what the calculation of IRMS. Okay, RMS current we have to find. So for RMS current, what will be the formula? That is V by Z, and V should be the RMS voltage. Okay, when you put the RMS voltage, then only you get the RMS current. So what is my RMS voltage? We just see that is 99.702 with angle 0 degree divided by what is the impedance? Here we got as 5 at an angle of 53.13 degree. Okay, so you can have the value here. What is the value coming? So this is the value I am getting for IRMS, that is 19.95 ampere with angle of minus 53.13 degree. Okay, so this is the solution for first bit. We are getting the IRMS as magnitude 19.94 ampere and the phase angle is 53.13 degree. Here, okay, here you can see the value is coming. The phase angle is coming with negative sign. That means what? The voltage current is lagging the voltage. Okay, negative sign represents that current is lagging the voltage. Okay, as we have seen in the derivation part. So current will always lag the voltage in RN circuit. So this is the solution for first bit. So now we can go for the second bit solution. For that, what is the question? The second bit is asking what is the instantaneous equation for current? Okay, instantaneous equation for current. So for the equation formation of current, what we should know? We should know the peak value of current and the phase angle. Right? We got the value of phase angle, that is 53.13 degree. So what is the peak value of current that we can get with the value of this RMS? Okay. So what will be the peak value here? So this is the value of peak current. It is coming as 28.19 ampere. Okay. And what is the phase angle value here? Phase angle is minus 53.13. Right. So what will be my instantaneous equation? That is I equals to Im. That value is 28.19 sine omega t, and the phase angle is minus 53.13. Minus 53.13. Okay. So this is the instantaneous equation value for the circuit. Okay. So this is about the second bit. Now what is third? We have to get the value of VRMS and its phase angle. So we have already calculated. So you can write here. So what is VRMS? VRMS is okay. So this is the RMS voltage value with the phase angle of 0 degree. Right? Now what is next bit? That we have to calculate the VR and VL. That is voltage across resistor and inductance. So what will be the calculation? Okay, so this is the calculation for VR and VL. What is VR? That is I into R. Okay, nothing has been mentioned in the question that you should go give the value of RMS or peak. So we have to take the RMS value. If nothing is given, that means we have to take the RMS value. Okay, so VRM is what? IRMS into the resistance value. So this is my IRMS value into the resistance. Resistance is how much? That is given as 3 ohms, right? And we know that resistance is always in the reference line that has the phase difference of 0, phase angle of 0 degree. So I have represented like this. So when you go for multiplication, this is the answer. So VR magnitude is this much with this phase angle. Now similarly you can get the value for VL, that is I into XL. So what is my current? That is 19.94. Okay, with phase angle. And what is XL? That is 4 ohms. We have calculated here. That is XL equals to 4 ohms. Okay, and we know that XL means inductive nature. So it will have the plus J operator term, and J gives the plus 90 degree of phase shift. So you have to include that 90 degree also. Okay, just remember, if you have resistance, then angle will be 0 degree. If you have inductance, then XL will have plus 90 degree angle. Okay, if XC is there, then minus 90 degree XL. Okay, so when you go for the solution, you are getting this value. So this is the magnitude with this phase angle. So this is about VR and VL. Okay, Now what is the next bit? That we have to calculate the average power. Average power means what? That P is equals to VI cos phi. Right? That is the formula we have seen. So what is the value of cos phi? We should get that value first. Right? So the power factor calculation is this: cos phi is r by z. What is z? That is square root of r square plus xl square, because we have to take the magnitude. Okay. Now we have just kept all the values here. So what is the value coming? 0.6. Power factor is 0.6. Okay. And we know that we are working on series RL circuit. That means the current nature will be lagging. So whenever you are representing power factor value 0.6, you have to represent that it is lag. Okay. So write the answer as 0.6 lag. We have to mention this. Lag means we are working on inductive circuit. Okay, so this is the cos phi term. Now what will be the active power? That is VI cos phi. Okay. So this is the value coming for active power, that is VI cos phi. Okay, V is RMS value 99.702. What is I? That is the RMS current 19.94. Cos phi we just calculated, that is 0.6. So this is the value coming for active power, or we can say this is my average power. Right? So this is the completion of the fourth bit. Now what is fifth bit? It is asking for the power factor. So we have already calculated the power factor term. Okay, so this is the value of power factor 0.6. Now we are working on RL circuit, so we have to write the lag term. So this is the solution for this given question. Okay, we have to go like this. Now we can draw the phasor diagram for this circuit. Okay, so how to draw the phasor diagram? I'll show you. So we can start for the phasor diagram. So in phasor diagram we can represent these all four vectors. Okay, voltage and current we have to represent, and whatever next you have calculated, that all can also be represented. Like we have calculated voltage across the resistor and inductor, so we can represent that too in the phasor diagram. Okay, so let's start with the reference value, that is voltage as taken in reference because it is at the 0 degree. So this will be the voltage phase. Okay, phasor diagram for voltage. Now what is current? See, current is at minus 53 degree, means it is lagging. Suppose this is the value of current. This angle is what? 53.13 degree. Okay, and here the magnitude is 19.95, which is less than the 99.702 of voltage term. Okay, so I am just reducing that voltage, the arrow here for current term. Now what is voltage? VR. VR is at minus 53.13 degree with this magnitude. Okay, so I can draw it like this. This is my VR. Okay, it is in same phase with the current with angle of 53.13 degree. Right? What is VL? That has the magnitude of this much with angle 36.87. So it is the positive angle. So I am taking it like this. This is how much? That is 36.87 degree. And this represents the VL term. Okay, so this is about the phasor diagrams. And what is V? We know that V is the vector addition of VR and VL, that is VR plus JVL. So we can show that this is the resultant of VR and VL. Okay, so if the question is asked that draw the phasor diagram, you can draw it like this. Right? So this is the complete solution for this numerical. Next we will see what is the numerical related to RC circuit in next lecture. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching.